Sometimes to love someone, you gotta be a stranger.
Before we dive into the rich and atmospheric world of Blade Runner 2049, it's important to note that this is a sequel to the 1982 classic Blade Runner, directed by Ridley Scott. Blade Runner 2049, directed by Denis Villeneuve, continues the story in a dystopian future where bioengineered humans, known as replicants, are virtually indistinguishable from real humans. This narrative explores themes of humanity, identity, and the essence of the soul. Spoiler alert: the following narration will contain significant spoilers, as it is a detailed recount of the movie's events. If you haven't seen Blade Runner 2049 yet and want to experience its twists and turns firsthand, consider watching it before listening to this narration. Blade Runner 2049 begins with a breathtaking aerial shot of a bleak, desolate landscape, fields of solar panels reflecting a sunless sky. The world has only grown colder and more unforgiving since the events of the first film. We are in the year 2049, where the line between human and replicant has blurred even further. Our protagonist, Kay, played by Ryan Gosling, is a Blade Runner, a specialized cop whose job is to hunt down and retire rogue replicants. However, Kay is different from his predecessors. He is a replicant himself, an obedient and emotionless model designed to serve the oppressive system without question. The movie opens with Kay tracking down and retiring an old Nexus 8 model replicant named Sapper Morton, who is hiding on a protein farm. This scene sets the tone for the entire film, brutal, intense, and charged with an undercurrent of existential dread. As Kay interrogates Sapper, we get our first glimpse of the film's central mystery. Sapper warns Kay that he's just a pawn in a much larger game,
Because you've never seen a miracle.
hinting at a secret that could break the world. During the encounter, Kay discovers a box buried beneath a dead tree near Sapper's farm. Inside, he finds the remains of a female replicant who shockingly died during childbirth, something previously thought impossible for replicants.
That's not possible.
This discovery sets off a chain of events that will lead Kay down a rabbit hole, questioning everything he knows about himself and his purpose. Kay returns to the headquarters of the Los Angeles Police Department, where he reports to his superior, Lieutenant Joshi, played by Robin Wright. Joshi is cold and pragmatic, ordering Kay to destroy all evidence of the replicant's child to prevent societal chaos. The idea of replicants being able to reproduce would disrupt the fragile balance between humans and their bioengineered counterparts, potentially leading to widespread panic and revolt. As Kay delves deeper into the investigation, he is haunted by memories of a wooden horse, a small, carved figure that he recalls hiding as a child. Yet, he knows these memories can't be real, as all replicants are implanted with fabricated memories. But the intensity of these memories leads Kay to suspect that he might be more than just a manufactured being.
I always told you. You're special.
The trail of clues eventually leads Kay to the archives of the Wallace Corporation, the mega-corporation that took over the defunct Tyrell Corporation. There, he encounters Love, a cold and efficient replicant enforcer working for the enigmatic Ninder Wallace, portrayed by Jared Leto. Wallace is a brilliant yet deranged visionary obsessed with creating a new generation of replicants that can reproduce, seeing it as the key to expanding humanity's reach across the stars. As Kay continues his investigation, he follows the trail to an orphanage in a vast, ruined industrial area. Here, in a heartbreaking scene, Kay finds the records of a child born around the time of the female replicant's death. But the records have been tampered with.
It's gone. It's the entire year.
And all evidence points to the fact that Kay himself might be this miracle child, the first naturally born replicant. The revelation sends Kay spiraling into an existential crisis. He returns to his apartment, where he seeks solace in the company of Joy, a holographic AI companion with whom he shares a deep emotional bond. Despite knowing that Joy is just a program designed to cater to his needs, Kay clings to her affection as a lifeline in a world that denies him any true humanity. Driven by the belief that he might be the replicant child, Kay's journey leads him to the desolate, radiation-soaked ruins of Las Vegas. There, in a vast, decaying casino, he finds Rick Deckard, the former Blade Runner played by Harrison Ford, who has been living in hiding for decades. Deckard is a broken man, haunted by the loss of Rachel, the replicant he loved, who died giving birth to their child. The tension between Kay and Deckard is palpable. Deckard, who has been hiding from the world and from Wallace's hunters, is reluctant to trust Kay.
We could keep it this or we could get a drink.
I'll take the drink.
However, as they talk, it becomes clear that Deckard is just as lost and confused as Kay, unsure of his own humanity and the choices he has made. As they try to piece together the truth, love and Wallace's forces close in on them, leading to a brutal confrontation. In the ensuing chaos, Deckard is captured and taken to Wallace's headquarters, where Wallace attempts to manipulate him into revealing the location of the replicant child. In a climactic sequence, Kay must choose between his own survival and the greater good. In a harrowing underwater battle with love, Kay is nearly killed but ultimately prevails, saving Deckard from certain death. Kay, mortally wounded, takes Deckard to a place where he can finally reunite with his daughter, who turns out to be the memory creator for replicants, a woman who has been living in isolation, creating the very memories that were implanted in Kay. As the film draws to a close, Kay lies down on the snowy steps outside the building, bleeding out as he gazes up at the falling snow. In his final moments, Kay finds a sense of peace, having discovered his own form of humanity by making a choice that transcends his programming. Inside, Deckard approaches the window where his daughter is working, and for the first time in decades, he sees her face. The final shot lingers on Kay's expression as he slowly closes his eyes, leaving us with an ambiguous yet profound conclusion. What is Blade Runner 2049 about? Blade Runner 2049 is a science fiction film that delves deep into existential themes, exploring the nature of humanity, identity, memory, and the boundaries between the artificial and the real. Set in a dystopian future, the movie continues the story from the original Blade Runner, 1982, where bioengineered beings called replicants are virtually indistinguishable from humans. The central narrative follows Kay, a replicant who works as a Blade Runner, a special kind of cop tasked with hunting down and retiring rogue replicants. Throughout the film, Kay grapples with the implications of a shocking discovery: the possibility that replicants can reproduce. This revelation could destabilize the delicate balance of power in a world where replicants are seen as subhuman and merely tools for human use. The movie explores Kay's journey of self-discovery as he uncovers buried secrets about his past, leading him to question the nature of his existence. It also touches on the relationships between humans and artificial beings, particularly through Kay's interactions with his holographic companion, Joy, and the aging former Blade Runner, Rick Deckard. At its core, Blade Runner 2049 is about the search for identity and meaning in a world where the lines between what is real and what is artificial have become increasingly blurred. The film raises profound questions. What makes us human? Is it our memories, our ability to love, or our capacity for choice and sacrifice? And if replicants can experience these things, are they truly different from humans? Through its stunning visuals, haunting score, and complex characters, Blade Runner 2049 invites viewers to reflect on these deep philosophical questions, making it not just a sequel, but a powerful standalone story about the human condition in a future where technology and biology have become inseparably intertwined.